All of all, Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too, and all of all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of you, the only cross, bigger and better, more positive and good. I've been studying history, ancient history, history before there was history, trying to find the variables and to quantify really how it all came to pass. And the more I piece together, the more fluently I can see and reality check what I believe at this point to be the absolute good God and truth of what happened and why we are today in this way in reality. The Coburn Bible, chapter 1, verse 3, talks about a beginning before a beginning, okay? And if anybody's been following my YouTube page or anything that I've stated on Google or Instagram, right, about Lord Shiva, right, I believe that was the time that he was incarnated with the devil. Okay, now follow me where I'm going with this. You see, well, first off, I want to say this. To know the truth of the Hindus is to know the reality of Shiva, right? And is to know the absolute of the Puranas. And I'll show you, okay? Some things may be disputed. I get that. But the overall of what I'm about to explain to you can pretty much be proven, okay? In the beginning of the primordial of what the earth was, and I'm talking like back prior to even any of the most recent dinosaurs in the last 300 million years, okay? Prior to that, the earth, right, was a true reflection, right, of the one God, the Son of God, the Sun God of all I am, with pyramids all over all God, truth, reality, as a true reflection of the Brahman energy of the Atman first evolved of all I am. Okay. Now, at this time, human beings, for what we are today, we did exist, okay? We were what we are, okay? But here's what happened. In the cosmos, okay, there was a really big event, okay? It was alien, but it wasn't aliens, okay? Here's what happened. Something come through our atmosphere, okay? And it was an explosion like none we had ever seen, okay? And this explosion, right, caused a lot of the land to become radioactive, okay? And the Coburn also talks about the bad lands, okay, where the elements in these lands, right, were toxic to people. And not only that, there was tribes of people, right, that were eternal, existing at that time in them lands already, and they did not mix with the people of the Badlands. Okay, Shiva, right, because where he was is kind of like today, right? It's always, you're always wanting to dominate, to take control of regions, lands, whatever it is, if you're in power, his power was stated from that region, and that region just happened to be radioactive, okay? And it caused his intelligence, right, to mutate, okay? But here's the mutation of positive energy, or let's see, of negative energy, right, to the positive value of something. It's a deduction on it in all things, okay? Now, the triple male knowledge of the God of all I am was here. It was a reality, and it was the good God and truth of the Adam man first evolved of all I am. But because Shiva, right, was in the Badlands where this had happened, he incarnated with the devil, which is that negative energy, and he took it to the inside of him, okay? And in reality, that negative energy, right, is the devil of him, okay? And he could never create any lasting, right, good matter that didn't cross negatively deficient, right, with him, okay, to the reality check of all he was. And he knew it. And this is where the neutral of Shiva came in. He tried to act like he was neutral to above and below, okay? That he had found a way in which he could use the energy of radioactivity to manipulate all things around him, which was at this time, right, hybriding, human, mutant, animal, you name it, man. By the time the flood made it around, we had ran Shiva and all he was underground, okay? And we had flooded him out. And we used the pyramid energy to do it, okay? And we destroyed him, but what was left of him destroyed what was good as truth as of us to the bigger and better of all reality check. Because we were left with a doctrine of faith that comes directly from Shiva, okay? Listen, prior to faith, all things was good as truth to the absolute bigger, better energy of one positive as the true reflection of the earth to the reality check of the Son of God, the Sun God, the one God of all I am, bonded, positive, and good, okay? And the not the Vedas, the Puranas, okay, with the name of this, the name of this book is a flesh-eating fish. It devours, okay? And all this book has done is devour, right, the good God and truth of us, right, from the oldest religion of the world, okay, not the good God and truth of us, but the oldest religion of faith in the world, okay, and everywhere that this religion of faith has been preset over good truth, Shiva reigns supreme to this day, okay? And the giants of old were not the monsters that were stated to be. These men were as ancient as time itself, okay? They were the good God and truth of the bigger and better of all mankind of reality, if you just stay more positive than negative, because you cannot shrivel up to one neutral nothing and die of that. And that is a fact check. They were Titans. They were men that the reason why they were titans is because there was nowhere they could hide. There was nowhere they could go. There was nowhere. They were not seen. They were the titans and the giants of all men of reality. Check. You hear me? Of the men of old. I mean, this is a time that you know nothing about. And the only reason why I do is because I know what I'm looking at. Jesus said, know what's in front of you, and you will know what's behind it. If it's more positive, right, it's good. That is the truth of it. And if not, the bigger and better of it is negatively deficient of one absolutely more positive and good as truth. The reality of all faith. It is a direct lie on all things good as truth. A blinding lie. And that blinding lie, right, comes from Shiva, from how he incarnates through the neutron of us, man, to destroy us. That's why the piranhas devour, you hear me, our lives. That doctrine, everything they are, that primordial, negatively deficient way, right? In reality check is not the absolute positive good God and truth of a man, and never was. But they hunted us down and they've diseased us like animals. You hear me? And I hold no grudges. I know the reality of being blind fools of faith. But I know the absolute positive good God and truth of what I'm trying to tell you. Only cross one more positive when you feel all negativity. Only add up good as truth to the way you feel, until the bigger and the better of the negativity subtracts to one nothing. Only be pre-stated one preset that way. If you do, you can never be destroyed for that. You can never suffer up out of existence for that. You can never decay, disintegrate, or die that. And you can never get the Shiva shaft of the old devil, killing you out, burning you up with negative passions and desires to one neutral nothing. You will always be the absolute bigger and better of all God, truth, reality check. All Adam's creation of existence, only cross and bond one more positive, Christ-like, to make the good God and truth with two or more atoms of the shape, form, and mass of every body of everything, not to exclude every dimension of time and space you could think of, and every shape, form, and mass of God you could think of. Only cross one more positive till you feel good as truth. When you feel all negativity, only add up bigger and better to the here and now of your reality check, only being positive and good, the neutral of nothing. That's a fact check. That's God, truth, reality check. For the full thief man, God, King, Adam man, first evolved, triple male of all I am. That's God, truth, reality check, fact check.